Good morning, everyone. This is Rob from Next Truck Sales, and I want to take this opportunity and introduce you to our 2014 Volvo VNL64T day cab. It features a Volvo D13 engine with a 13-speed Eaton manual transmission. I'm going to take you through the truck. I'm going to show you some of the features. It's no longer a new truck. It's good running, but it does have a couple of blemishes, so I'm going to be quick to point out everything that I can find going on with this truck that you're going to want to know about, assuming that you're watching this video from afar and don't have the luxury of being able to come down and have a look at it. So it was a fleet maintained truck, one owner. Obviously, being a 14, it's an 11-year-old truck. I'm just going to quickly pop up the hood and give you a look here underneath the hood, because that's probably what the most valuable part of this truck is. So let's have a look here. So we've got BF Goodrich steering tires, 11R22.5 on aluminum wheels with drum brakes up front here. So Volvo D13 engine. This is, I believe, set at 4 1/4, but let me just very quickly check. I apologize, 435 with a 355 rear axle ratio. Have a look here. I'll get this running in a minute. I just want to give you a quick overview of it. Okay, again, fleet maintained. So maintenance is done routinely, but again, it is an old truck, so things like a chunk missing out of the bumper, a little bit of water in the headlight. Okay, we've got another chunk missing out of the bumper. These are things that you kind of ignore when we start getting into trucks that are over 10 years old, and it's a day cab, so it's not necessarily going past scale every time, so it doesn't need to look and be absolutely perfect. The engine is in good running order. I'll get it running for you in just a minute. You can see the coolant expansion tank is set up to the max, and we do have a testing system where we run a what do we call it, a tester on that gas inside of there to make sure that it's not pushing any sort of combustion gases into that chamber, and the coolant is good in red, which is what we want to see. So have a look here. You can see I don't see any major leakage going on here. Okay, so if you have a look down here, we've got spring front suspension, aluminum wheels. Okay, so we've got some mechanic style body repairs on the fairing extender, right? So it's just been bolted, not painted. Over here we've got 75-gallon fuel tank on the right hand side. Probably the most concerning, and there's nothing you can do on this on a 10-year-old truck, at least a 10-year-old northern truck, is, you know, corrosion on the back wall of the cab. Pretty typical. It is solid, right? So my finger's not going through there. If you want to get the body shop to paint that up and make it look pretty again, be my guest, but depending on where this truck's headed, may not be that important to you. But you do have some corrosion going at the back wall of the cab. Here we've got Michelin casings on Bandag recaps, aluminum wheels, 11R22.5 again. These are in and around the 60% tread mark, and the wear looks fairly even, especially for open shoulder tires, which is good because usually the open shoulder tires get really lumpy really quickly, and if you have anything wore out in the rear suspension, you're going to see odd wear, funny wear, side wear going on. Here, if you have a look at the frame overall, decent shape. There is some surface corrosion, but I can also see shiny paint, so not terrible here. Have a look here again. No uneven wear. Good to know that this thing is tracking straight and not chewing up its tires. Holland 3500 sliding fifth wheel. You can go about 8 inches back and about a foot forward, so you got a little bit of movement there. Over on this side here, we have a 100-gallon fuel tank. Again, back to the corrosion on the back wall of the cab, right? Def tank here. Emissions are connected on this truck. They're not disconnected, so they're connected. Typical spot for corrosion on these doors. Have a look here. You'll see a little bit of corrosion going on, but the door is still solid, right? I'm gonna get this thing started for you after I give you a quick look on the inside. So let's get a look inside of here. So we've got a multi-way adjust with a back cycler. Here we've got a cigarette burn there, 13-speed manual, non-air ride seat. The headliner is kind of falling down, as you can see. Steering wheel audio controls. You got a trailer brake, you got standard highway differential lock, Let's get this to start. So 1,143 kilometers. Change that over very quickly. Just go into here. We got a check engine fault. Not sure what that is. We'll get into that later. This truck just came into stock. So engine faults, engine ECU shows no faults, which is curious. So what is the fault if it says it has no faults? It might be a ghost code. Instrument cluster, no faults. Vehicle ECU, no faults. Climate, no faults. Light control module. Okay, so we've got some lights burned out, so that's likely what it is, and it's probably that right front headlight with water in it. We'll go around to that in just a minute, but let me switch over the display settings on this just to get it into miles. So 710,000 miles. Now we've got some lights going on. We'll deal with those, so the truck will be sold without check engine lights on it and without codes. But still yet to get at that. So let's have a listen to this thing running. I'll give you a quick, yeah, it's a working truck, so wipers, washers, mirrors, windows, etc. All good working order. Let's have a listen to this. I'm just going to put the cruise up. Okay, so cruise is working. Okay, we'll get the RPMs up to 700. Let's have a listen. Just quickly turn on the headlights and see what's going on here. That's my guess, is it's a headlight out. Because I saw water in it. We're going to change out the headlight, I believe. It's not here. So we've got some issues going on in there. You can see. We'll get that resolved. Let me shut this down. Shut this down. I'll get you a good look. So interior of the vehicle is pretty clean. It's not all completely banged up and beat up. Power locks, power mirrors. Doesn't have power locks, my apologies. This little piece has a crack on it. Okay, I'll give you a good look here. So a good working truck. If you want a good, cheap working truck that you can go to work with and make money for a fraction of what you would pay for a new one, this could be your truck. If you're interested in this truck or any other truck that we have in our yard, feel free to call us. Our number's right there, 844-489-8789. It's Rob at Next Truck Sales, and we hope to hear from you soon. Bye for now.